Who say, can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, good child, whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place, and your memory reigns. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave.
Yo, Lot. These niggas stuck, man. Yeah. Lot.
I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feed the safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see that hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the most high. Pray I see the gates. I was about to Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of their payment, and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental, and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they menstrual and get the whining like a bitch, just like iron, they rust. Niggas trying, they luck, keep it real. Everybody out here lying, save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with their fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, gonna hit and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Then she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, trying to run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. All my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, Lord nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, Lord nigga.
The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, close game, hit different. Refocus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots nigga never been a house shoe. She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I sit the body bag like a onesie. I'm dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Never lend a whole shit. We don't want half of the world, man. We coming for this whole but shit. In the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road I'm trip. In the den with the lions. I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul. That's a real price. Led by a coward, I don't know
niggas, I up for my niggas, I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas, I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas, one west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas, I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas, I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas, one west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that U.P.K banner, is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, where the truth sit, hey, where warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt, I'm gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one west. Say what? Long live one west. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
On a cool damn night, gave myself in that misty light, was hypnotized by strange delight under a lilac tree.
Spitting Hebrew, playing one.
combination. Yeah. Well, how you want to talk to them like us after this? I.S.U.P.K and the American Priest inspiration rock hanging out like how we shine. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the rock it takes. I finally got the recipe. Passed down the ages, sitting under the family tree. Put my heart and on my soul, stretched enough to feed. Go wild, go hold, and nigga, I'm a priest. First I was lost, and needed more songs. Now my home of the truth, all along is the songs of wrong. To feed the dogs, bread, bacon, on the plate of Jake, wishing to eat. Fishing the got beat in the recipe. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the recipe. Seen it there for me. Lord knows this was left of me. Something was missing. I found myself in the kitchen. Water whipping up a piece of chicken just to feed my ambition. Or is it me trying to fill my greed? Cause when it always had to have some green. Burning what I made up every day. Wasted eating, regurgitate. I had a taste for something different, wishing I knew it is and had me on a mission. Ducking state prison, watching opposition on an expedition straight to prison. For instance, well, the cape was often 50 bands stashed in my apartment. Eat the spot, but they get to talking like Nintendo popping in the extra cartridge. Women honking, best promoters. When she told her, framework Golex, still void and couldn't feel that hole. Sex money be over and over, but hold up, wait, what's that aroma? Frozen, I'm gone and I'm getting warmer. Closer and closer, I came to the home of the truth. I'm smelling the salt through my garment. Border of blue house, I hopped out my garment. Look how my frenzies is falling. I've been anointed with all the putting is working. Cutting, blazing, breaking down and observing. All the catering in Israel. The season all in the soul. With plenty wine in the oil you find. It's more fine than the gold. And I found the recipe. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the recipe it takes. I finally got the recipe. Passed down the ages, sitting under the family tree. Put my heart and on my soul, stretched enough to feed. Go wild, go hold, and nigga, I'm a priest. First I was lost, and needed more songs. Now my home of the truth, all along is the songs of wrong. To feed the dogs, bread, bacon, on the plate of Jake, wishing to eat. Fishing the got meat in the recipe. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the recipe. Seen it there for me. Lord knows this was left of me. First, let me tell you, right? You see, this can't get a slice. There's some ingredients to suffice. Should be nice, even if the spice ain't precise. Like your old life is a sacrifice. Two or more in the name of Christ. Like the night you had to cut corners just to afford to fill all your short orders. And mix a lot of zeal as you go. One the kind that's rechargeable. And it's hard to pull crumbs of bread, but you kept holding till the crust is cold. And make it post, ain't no other wood. You can never have too much brotherhood. We was mad eggs that would go bananas. Nuts trying to beat and the bandanas. Got you gon' need at least the faith of a mustard seed. When you're stirring the pot up, the pressure gon' brew. Cause know you ain't bit off more than you can chew with it. Only one Lord, faith and baptism. A lot of knowledge and wisdom. I'll keep you cool as a cucumber. If you find yourself in a pickle, get your bread and last of all, wine it all. Bring it all to a bowl. Not half-baked, cause lukewarm and get spit right back in the bowl. Cold, and after you forge it, go find a man that the Lord said for you and yours. And just remember that this ain't for them. You know about the recipe. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the recipe. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the recipe. I made wine. I made wine. The recipe. I made wine for my heart, and it's true. That's the recipe.
You to walk? Come. All right. You have some Shabbat for some. You have some Mata Bashim Yashai to all the brothers and sisters. I.S.U.P.K Scripture Breakdown Wednesday class. Scripture Breakdown and Law. If you all have any questions, you know, raise your hand. Shit. All right, you'll come prepared today, boy. That heat making you all ask questions out. That heat all the time. You'll be like, nah, so you go ahead and see. That heat. You gotta ask questions now, boy. DMX said it's dark and hell is hot. Yeah, boy, that heat is bringing it out. You know what I mean? I.S.U.P.K on the commanding journey, Yahanna, since 1969, been teaching the truth about the Bible. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native or First Peoples are the real Jews of the Bible. All right. We have cookouts coming up Chicago at the end of the month. Then after Chicago is who's after Chicago?
I believe it's July, then September, then it is.
We don't have we got one at the end of August. No, headquarters is September, Philly. That's the East Coast. We have one at the end of
No, I think that's October.
Hold on, I have the dates, Salaki. Hold on. I definitely have I definitely have the dates for you. Hold on. Let me make sure my shit is
no, it's September. Yeah.
Yep, from chapter. What's going on, please?
For now.
Musa in Christ, Musa in Christ. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what it is right now. Boy, when you're looking for something, you can't find it, huh? Okay. Shit. Yep. End of August into September is first week in September, I should say, is Philly. So July 30th to August 2nd is Chicago. Right? July 30th to August 2nd is Chicago. September 4th to the 7th is East Coast Cookout. This year it will be in Philadelphia, not in New York. Vegas is October 1st to the 4th. That's Vegas. That's the West Coast Cookout. Sometimes it'll be in LA, sometimes Vegas. And then Dallas is November 4th to the 8th. That would be what, usually is Houston. I think last year they went to Austin. Or was the year before? Year before was Austin, right?
I think last year was
Austin. Okay. No, last year was by the school. I think they had the thing by the school. I think that was Houston. The year before was Austin. Because that brother, the officer from UK came down and had his marriage blessed in Houston. If I don't recall, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead, Al. Don't worry, brother. You've been in the school a very short time. All right? You've been in the school a very short time. I know you do a lot of work, so it could feel longer, but you've been in the school a very short time. You get it, boy? The first cookout was where? You don't know that, huh? Mm-hmm. I thought so. What's the zip code to No, don't worry about that. I'm fucking with you. No, I'm fucking with you. Don't worry about it. All right, so we got to go with those things. You all know what it is. Prepare to get it done. We're going to be heading up there for sure. Different zones. You go get down there. This is the time to really show out in them cookouts because these young brothers and young sisters, they really don't have no guidance. You know what I mean? And they could bring it to the point where you like, to hell with it. Like they'll say that the young brother down there, Cyrus, who died in South Carolina, who was shot in the gas station, they'll say his parents failed him because he took pictures with guns on the internet and stuff. You Christians, you are failing. What's the other one? Carmelo Anthony. You're failing. What's the other one who just died? Wells. Nolan Wells. You're failing Nolan Wells. There's another one. I forget his name. And then the other brother in Maryland who just died. He went to Towson University, I believe. He went somewhere on the Potomac River swimming with friends. They didn't show the friends, huh? They didn't show none of the friends. I want to see the friends. I really want to see who these friends are. His body went missing. They found it a few days later. You all are failing these kids, man. You got these kids feeling they're obligated to these oppressors, and these oppressors have no obligation to you. You get the point? They have to be in school with them. I get that. You can't discriminate, right? Their parents could enroll them in the same school as you. Fine, you have to sit with them in class. You could be cordial. You ain't got to go where they go. You ain't got to go where they go. After school, hey, all right, see you tomorrow, Caleb. And you go with your people out. You go with your people. You parents, you finish your job. All right, Karen, see you tomorrow. You don't even want a escort. You don't even want a conversation to the car. I don't even understand that. They pay you. They pay me to talk to you. Just understand that. You working with devils. You're not friends with these oppressors. That's part of the job. So really, they're paying you to talk to them. Once you clock out, hey, so what you doing today, Craig? Craig, I'm off the clock. And you leave. You go. And you have to establish them boundaries because your children is dumb as rocks. Your children, it's better you let your children cross a 6-lane highway than go to these friendly events with these oppressors. The chances are a lot better. There's somebody going to step on the brake. The cars now will brake for themselves.
Right.
Your children stand a better chance crossing 495. It's crazy. All right. Well, we are Canada in the house. Get Canada. I see y'all. You're ready to be officers? Shit, I see y'all in the house. All right. Y'all in the all black too. You're going to be youngsters. These brothers here, they're going to live. They're going to go swimming and they're going to live because they ain't going swimming with no damn oppressor, man. They ain't doing none of that shit. All right. Let me know. Questions. Go ahead,
Okay. So the question is, when Christ comes back, the scripture says that first the dead will be taken up, and then will be changed in the twinkling of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Who will be changed in the twinkling of an eye? Will it just be the 144? Will it be the sisters? Some of the sisters as well.
Mm-hmm. You gotta pull the precept. You gotta pull the exact precept.
Kind.
But it's those who will be alive to see it. Right? Those who are alive. So it'll include those who coming out of the grave. But pull the precept, we'll get.
So like you said, to piggyback off of Officer Precaution's question, will we still have memory when we change in the twinkle of an eye?
Yes, because this is not reincarnated. This is not you die and then you are reborn into the earth. This is those who witness the chariots. Some of us will witness the chariots. I pray for those days, brother, but some of us will get to see destruction. Some of us will get to see the siege. You know what I mean? You gotta get all them good military terms. The siege, the destruction, the taking, the sacking of America. Some of us will get to see it, right? So it'll be us. It'll be those who are alive, not a reincarnated body. Shabbat?
It's like, if I may, it's a good precept in how to view it is when Christ came back in his new body and the disciples didn't recognize him, but he had memory.
That would be a good one too. That would be a good one of it because he would come what? Out of the grave. Right? And I think they said when Christ died, people came out of the grave. Pull that precept too for me. All right. Go ahead, Art.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse start at 51. It says, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." Right. So this is 1 Corinthians 15 is a notoriously excellent chapter on reincarnation. Right? It expounds on reincarnation. It drives the point home on reincarnation because Christians don't believe in reincarnation. And it's so heavy because Paul is writing to the Corinthians, driving home the point about reincarnation. So what is that telling you about while he walked the earth? Not you, Shapat. Go ahead.
Can you ask the question again?
Yeah, damn, shit. What do y'all thinking about that? Y'all thinking about when them chariots get here? I'm saying the Christians do not believe in reincarnation. There's a whole chapter in here that's really all reincarnation. I believe 1 Corinthians 15 goes up to like 50 something or something like that. That's 56 verses. There's chapters in the Bible that's like 7 verses long. This is 56 verses on just reincarnation. Why does he have to go into it in Corinth?
Because there were non-believers in reincarnation.
People didn't believe in it then. Just like today, the Christians in the same mindset of Christians believing whatever the white man believes. Because at that time they believed you die and you become an angel. You become part of the Roman pantheon or one of them Greek gods. They believe you would. That's how you would go. All right. What I was saying before. Bukwash, you read it again from the top.
Come on, sir. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye.
Right. We shall not all sleep. What does that mean? What does we shall not all sleep mean? Go ahead.
It means that we're not the ones that are dead, that died. That's the ones that endured to the end before Christ came back. They're not going to just sleep. They're going to be risen up.
The ones that endure to the end before Christ comes. Okay, you're confusing me there. Say it one more time.
The ones that died before Christ came back.
The ones that
followed Christ until their last breath before Christ came back.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be risen up.
Okay, I'll take that. Right? It's we shall not all sleep, meaning sleep is biblical language for you dying. They say you slept with your fathers, right? They show you in them old school Italian mafia shows. He sleep with the fishes. You get the point? Like it's just an old way of expressing you're going to die, you're going to lay down. He sleep. He sleep even when Christ rose Lazarus. Remember they was crying. And Christ said, why you crying? He's only asleep. And then he told him to wake up. You get the point? It's just how we talk. Even today somebody passed. He'll say what? Rest up. Now you could rest. Rest easy. You get it? Rest in how they say rest in peace. It's the whole rest. It's like now you can sleep. Now you're at peace. Now you rest. Rest in peace is not our saying. It's rise in power. But I'm using that to emphasize the saying of sleep. So sleep means death. We not everybody gonna stay dead. You get the point? They're gonna be raised up. Go ahead.
But we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
Right? The trump shall sound, not the Donald Trump, but the trumpet, the holy trump. Right? Not the devil in the White House. Where you at again? 1 Corinthians what?
15 and that was 52, sir.
52. Hold on. Right? So but we shall be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. Right? So those who are on the earth when Christ returns and those who get raised up from the grave. Right? Meaning there's some people who are going to be buried in a box, in a hole. When Christ returns, to drive the point home, to fully drive it home, some people are going to crawl out of the ground. Some cousin, some auntie, some son who you done buried, they're coming out the ground. They're coming straight out the ground, incorruptible. That's what it says in what verse we at again?
52. Sir.
52, 50. Is it in 52?
52
in 52. Right, shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. And because why? When you get buried, your body corrupts, your body decays, worms eat you. your fluids drain out. You get the point? Drain out or evaporate, and you shrivel down. How much percent of your body is water? It's like 60% or something like that. So imagine 60% of you is fluid. Your 60% of your weight is fluid. That shit getting dried when you die. So think about how you will shrivel down. You get the point? When Christ returns, you coming all the way back up. I'll pass. It look good though, but I'm real partial to my Franca. That's a lot, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know how that song for the LGBTQ, but it's July and not June. I'm talking about Frank Incense. All right. So that's what it's saying. So you're gonna get a new body. You're gonna get a new body. You want to read on? Read from 53.
Verse 53. For this incorruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
For the corruptible must put on what?
Incorruption.
And the what?
And this mortal must put on immortality.
And the mortal must put on immortality. Break that down. Who want to take a shot? Go ahead.
For this corruptible must be put on incorruption.
Shabbat, right on where we at, if you don't mind. And then put Matthew 27 and 52.
Would that be the person who is alive, who is corrupt in the world?
In the spirit, that's it. The spiritual side of it. But this is talking about a literal flesh thing. So the corruptible, your flesh is corruptible. You get the point? Meaning?
Oh,
go ahead.
Meaning that we're subject to like diseases and things of that nature.
Right now, the body you have is compromised. It's not full. If you want to have an idea of what you could be, just think you're pro athlete. Think that's norm. Think that's the norm. Which is why in warfare, even though for sure the Lord was with us, we would do amazing shit. You remember the scripture said David could leap over a wall. You get the point? Like that. And it said David was skillful in play. You understand? What's it? Joab's little brother, Ahasel, I think is his name, the one who Abner killed. They called him something because he was light of foot, meaning this nigga had speed. Say again? Lightning. But this nigga had speed. Lightning is like a flash. It's like a flash. This is like consistent speed. He's speed, light of foot. You get the point? Go ahead.
I go saying like that brother in DC that juked
exactly them cups. You get the point? So just think like the best your body could be. Don't think the carnal look. Don't think the look. Just think the best your body could be. Almost like how Gad and Gad and Reuben was before. You get the point? Like, you remember they wasn't riding horses with saddles and stuff. You understand? Yeah. Very athletic. Naphtali is known for being, they said Naphtali will leap like a hind. A hind is a deer. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you ever seen a deer jump, the Bible says Naphtali is a hind let loose. That's what it says. Imagine a deer that's trapped and you open the gate or you take him out of the deer trap. 2 leaps and you're not seeing him no more. The Bible said Naphtali is like that. Now just think about that. You get the point? Like how we are, we really a shell of ourselves, how we really would be. You get the point? We're really a shell of it. You don't eat pork. You don't been exposed to a whole ton of trauma. We don't live free. And we as a people, we learn to live with a certain amount of stress that's normal. That shit is not normal. The stress we live under that's not normal life. We make it normal and we make it look good. Now imagine if you let us free. Imagine if you just leave us the fuck alone and let us free. Just, we get to do whatever, how we want to do it. In 50 years after slavery, we built Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. Give me some other places. Rosewood, Seneca Village. Slocum, Texas, Paris, Texas. I mean, a whole host of other places with our own economy. Like we was thriving in the 20s with the Great Depression. To sail over took the island back from France. One thing I realized with you French people, once people fight back, you all run. They was beating up people in that World Cup. Spain showed up, them niggas folded. I think it's something with the French that they're just weak. Once you fight back, merci my ass. Go back home and eat some baguettes and some some croissants.
It's like my man. I used to watch Married with Children. Al Bundy used to always make fun of the French because we fought all their wars for them.
Well, that's what the history say. I ain't too sure about how that go. I didn't look into the history. I know the white man is a liar. You get the point. So it's where I get to this French thing. Salakia. I was saying that before.
You saying
how, like how we are. Like imagine Toussaint took that island out and ran the world. Basically, he was really in charge of it's like almost like taking over OPEC today. Imagine you had slaves working under these Arabs, and one day there's a revolution. Now all the oil belongs to the slaves. That's essentially what happened with the Haitian Revolution. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and you see what happened. He built up Hispaniola. They had a fort. They survived for a long time. And from the Haitian Revolution, remember, that sparked the whole Latino culture. Where you look at all them flags, is the Haitian flag that, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador is the same thing, and sparked a whole lot of revolution and empowerment. And, you get the point, all that come from Haiti. So imagine if you fully leave us, how we would be. So now this new body you get in, it's not corrupted. It's not, it ain't been, it's not the body that's been through slavery. It's not the body you inherited from your parents. It's not the body that, you anemic, or you have asthma, you're just born with asthma. It's not that shit. You have a body that the Lord wanted you to have. It's strong, it's, works normal, works how it's supposed to work. And of course, you being that you obey him, you'll only be stronger and better. You're putting in it what's supposed to be in it. So don't think that overnight you're going to turn into Superman. Don't think that. Now, if that happens, fine. But you're gonna have a body that works. It's not gonna be corruptible. You ain't gonna have that tennis elbow or that tendonitis in your knee. You gotta get up and slap your knee. Like you 65. You get it, boy, you gotta get up and, oh boy, yeah. Yeah, you get up off a chair, you gotta stop midway to change gears. That shit ain't gonna happen. You get it, boy? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Okay. I heard General Muhammad, speak on this just like kind of in passing. It was like he was saying, like, we're gonna be in the wilderness and it's gonna be 1/3 of Israel is gonna be there. And is people who supported the truth but couldn't fully come in because of they just whatever reasons. Now, are they going to be incorruptible as well? Like, they're not going to have those cravens that they had when
okay, there's instead of muddy cravens. I don't think cravens ever go. I think the cravens will go when in the kingdom you're gonna have a whole new generation that hasn't been exposed to a lot. Now, will their flesh still want to do shit? Yes, your flesh is still gonna want to do certain things. You understand what I'm saying? But as per se cravings, or I wouldn't describe it like that. Go ahead.
Like withdrawals. Like,
okay, there's nothing to withdraw from because they're born in the kingdom. They've never seen. It's like, okay, you damn near have to have kids in the truth. And I know for sure, because I remember the first time I was asked, what's that smell? It was on North Capitol, approaching New York Avenue, at that traffic light right there in Florida. And I knew what the smell was. And I nervously looked in the rear view. And I'm like, please don't ask. Turn quickly so I could just go. It's like, what's that smell? My dumb ass trying to gaslight, what smell? It smells kind of it's like nasty, and then somebody's like a skunk. I'm like, oh, now I have to explain it. See, that, my dear child, is what they call weed. Well, where is it? And I have to explain everything because they've never, it's not even in their mind. You understand what I'm saying? So there's nothing to withdraw from. There's in our perfect world, there's gonna be some shit you don't have to explain to a child. There's gonna be something you're gonna be like, that's why it says, they that see thee will narrowly look upon thee and said, is this the man? There's gonna be a world that a child, you're gonna tell a child, back in when we was in captivity, the men of the land would dress like women with breasts. They're gonna be like, no, you joking. Man, he's lying. He always telling stories. The shit you're gonna say to somebody who is in our kingdom, in our culture, is going to seem so. What the fuck is he talking about? What are you talking about? This there? Yeah, they was eating kids. Brother, that was Hansel and Gretel. You know Hansel and Gretel? You all know that nursery story? The way the witch was eating the children, she would bake them. That's the Epstein files, which was once a story. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't describe it as craving so much. Will people still want to sin? Yes, because flesh is flesh. You understand? Flesh is going to want to do what it wants to do. But you're going to get a body that's free from decay, free from corruption. Get the point? Go ahead, Shapat.
Like, if I may, not really speaking about the king, but I remember General Muhammad talking about in the wilderness, and he was saying that the reason why we make ourselves the way we are, is because there will actually be people who are junkies, and they're in the wilderness with us, and we're going to have to show them how to not be junkies anymore. And those are the people in Matthew 35. I think it's 25 and 35, where they're like, how did I get here? Because you fed me. Because you gave me water when I was thirsty, came to see me in jail, all that.
Right. Okay, but I can't say that they're not going to get a new body. It doesn't say that part. Right? The people, the 1/3, the rest of the 1/3, because the 144,000 is part of the 1/3. The 144,000 is your government. The rest of the 1/3 is who you're going to govern over. You understand? So it doesn't say that they're not going to get new bodies. It said we will all get new bodies. Everybody who's witnessing this thing, who's going to come out of the grave and who's there. You get the point? So that everybody who's going to get taken up, who's going to get taken up? The 1/3. You understand? So now when you get set down in the wilderness, it's different. There's going to be think of the rest of the 1/3 like civilians. The women, the children, the brothers who are not part of your government, the brothers who do not line up in rank and file, right? They're going to need somebody to govern. They're going to need men to say, all right, 4 of you all, let's go over here. We're going to dig this river this way so we could get water. Let's go cut down these trees. We got to build this. We got to do that. I need somebody to do this, oversee that. You're going to need a government. That's your 144,000. The rest of the 1/3 is your civilian nation. That's who the kingdom of heaven or the future of Israel is going to come from. The whole 1/3. You get the point? And that's where we starting back. We starting back right there, and that's going to populate the kingdom of heaven. And that 1/3 includes who come out of the grave. And that's the other breakdown. Those who come out of the grave would mean that you cannot number the 144,000 or the 1/3. Because how the hell you know who coming out of the grave? You don't know what that number is, which means you could have 10,000 men right now, and the rest Christ bringing out of the grave. Do you now put that in your mind? Let that sit in your chest, and then think if you're working. Think if you're actually working, because last I checked that they say DC is overrun with rats like a plague. They say there's some poisoning you're getting from eating lettuce. Now that giving you the runs for weeks. I mean, I don't know. That's what the reports is saying. What else they're saying? Wars and rumors of wars. At first they say Lindsey Graham get a sudden disease. Now they're saying something else. They're saying and they're speculating that a body came back home from Ukraine. This nigga said, go assassinate Putin. He took his ass to Ukraine. For what? You can't talk to Zelensky on the phone? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of nonsense is going on, which means this thing could happen anytime. And if you're sitting down there thinking, well, we have this, we have few here, we have 24 over there, we have 50 some over here. Yeah, we close to it. Nigga, you off. You not checking, you're not really checking it because some of this 1/3 is coming from the grave. So who we talking about? You get the point? You think you know everybody who the Lord want to raise from the grave? I don't know. I don't. That's why it says, make thine election sure. You get the point? Any more you wanted broken down?
Last. Right?
No? Give me go ahead, Izan.
So then the part where it says this mortal must put on immortality,
Mm-hmm.
would that be the other nations that have to follow?
This is all Israel here.
Okay, come
This is all Israel. This, like in the flesh, what's mortal is going to put on immortality, meaning your body right now is mortal. It can suffer death, and not death like you just grow old and die, but death like cancer, high blood pressure, violence. All those are curses. You could put on immortality, where you live to be what? How old was Noah? I thought it was 9. Maybe I'm thinking before, but somebody was living to 900 years old.
It was his grandfather.
It could be Adam, because remember in that same day thou shalt die. Almost 1,000 years a day for the Lord. I think it was Adam 900 and something years old. Noah was a few hundred years old. Abraham was an old man when he made his sons, right? 90 something years old. Like you could live to that age. Like who it was? David. I think David lived to a very old age with a young girl laying on him naked to keep his body warm. And when I say young, I ain't talking about you Epstein files young. Broad ain't 92. That's what it means. She just ain't 92. You get the point? Like that's living. And he has his children around and he's passing wealth down to his son. You get the point? And now he's going to come back in that line to experience the wealth. That's immortality. That's you going to live forever. That's it's 250 years of America. We still talking about Jefferson and Washington like them niggas was around, in the 80s. You get the point? Like they're living forever. Their descendants are still here, Their descendants are still here, probably in the White House, probably in the government. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But they know. You understand? That's real wealth. That's immortality. Their name gonna live on forever. Like who wouldn't want that? That's what it means to put off the mortal and put on the immortal. You get the point? The mortal is you're going to live in this earth and you're going to die and nobody is going to remember you. Nobody is going to remember you at all, who you are, what you did. Who cares? You get the point? Your wealth is going to dwindle away. You're going to give it to your son or your daughter and they're going to do some silly shit with it and they're going to lose it all. And you'll be born in poverty in the ghetto somewhere. Get the point? That's the mortality. Go ahead.
Like my mate, Jill Scott was just saying when he came on, and it just sounds so familiar. But what she was just saying, like how we out here and we're gonna be our memories forgotten, everything. She went off.
In what she was singing?
She was singing a rendition, her rendition.
Oh, of the anthem. Yeah. Listen now. Oh, that's the one. You can play it up. You can definitely play it. Listen now. I always, y'all know I always say it. They listen to us, they just don't say it. But I think I got credence a few years ago when Captain the Shack out there in Tennessee gave him a hand. Where at the cookout in Tennessee, they went to some spot and met Shaq. And they took the picture with Shaq, and Shaq said, yeah, he knows who we are, he watches. And then I got more credibility when Cameron and Johnny Yahanna gave him a hand, was down in that club in Tennessee, and nobody called Neo over. He saw the shields and the headband, and he came over. And he saluted the general. And then Waka Flocka came over after Kapash checked him a few years ago on the streets in Indianapolis. I mean, Kapash checked him. And he still came over and, you know, dapped up and had a drink. They watching us. Like, I know I ain't crazy. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I ain't fucking crazy. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all can call me conspiracy theorist all you want. They're watching. They're watching everything we do and taking pattern and see, we setting the trend as always. So what she's saying here, brother, it's strong, what they'll call strong ideations that you can't come up with unless you come in the truth. Like, I don't know if, just examine people in the world, you know, are they saying anything remotely close to what we say? Unless they've heard us. Unless, like, the truth is really, know the truth and set you free. Now your brain is unlocked. Now you could really say, this man is the devil. Now you could really say, that bitch. You know, you could really call a spade a spade. Right. But before the truth, you have feelings. You have a sense of something, but you can't put your finger on it. You can't verbalize what's going on. But the truth is like somebody took the bag off your eyes, your head. Somebody took the bandage off your eyes and let you see and hear, and now you could say what's really going on. So you could go ahead and play that.
Oh, say, can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place, and your memory reigns. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave.
I mean, I don't think there's a way to express that better. I don't think there's a way to really drive home the point of, you know, what the greatest kingdom or the greatest place, the greatest country on the earth right now, what the foundation lies on. I don't think there's a better way to express something like that. You know what I mean? Where we at? Oh, let me get out the precept. Are you good on it, Aizen? Like, the mortality is the culture of death. It's the death we live. That's the best way. It's the death we live. Like, the life we live out is just death. It's really just death. It's like we live in a way that we don't get satisfied until we die. We don't, you know, we can't have a drink unless you get stumbling drunk. The Lord say you could have a man can have a woman, have sex with a woman. You had to order a peg for her to bend you backwards.
Damn.
You get the point? Or you have to go have you not satisfied with the regular. You had to go have the nasty 3, some 4, some whole sex. You get the point? Like the life we live, it's begging to die. It's really just begging to just die, and we're thirsty for it. It's a demon. And you put it on the incorruptible because now Christ is back. You don't live and serve. You part of that 1/3. We're not gonna have, along with this new body, you're not gonna have that culture of death anymore. You get the point? Let me get that one there. Matthew 27 and 52, if you don't mind.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 52. And the graves were
skip
open.
To 50. Start at verse 50.
Verse 50. And Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. Yielded up the ghost.
Yielded
up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom.
So this is when Christ finally died on the cross. That's why he let out a loud voice and he yielded up the ghost. Meaning, to give up the ghost is to die, right? And he cried out before he died with that last, bit of energy, and he died. He yelled out, and he died. And behold, the veil in the temple was rent is to tear, right? That's Old English for to tear, like rent or rend. You ever hear Christians say, render your garments and not or render your heart and not your garments? That's not even what the precept says. The precept says rend. Rend is another old word like rent, which means to tear, because people would tear up their garments to show they love the Lord. They would, even back then, just think the Christian church. Just think, you go in there. What you trying to find, brother? What you trying to find? Oh, okay, no sweat. Yeah, just think like how the churches, you go in there, you fall out, the hat all over the place. Before, with our culture, to show you sad or you in mourning, you tear your clothes up, you wear sackcloth, there's real dirt on you. But that became something people would do to show how much, as an outward showing that you love the Lord or you really down with the Lord. And the precept is saying, rend your heart and not your garments. Meaning, what you're doing is for outward show. You're doing that to show people that, you love the Lord. So you're tearing up your clothes. Oh, this don't matter to me. But really what you need to tear up is your mind, your heart. You get the point? That needs to be shredded. You remember Moses said, for the hardness of your heart, that's what needs to be torn, not your clothes. You doing that shit, that's for people to see. You need to do that shit for the Lord. You have your hand up, brother? You want to pass the brother the mic?
When you said rend your heart and all your garments, and you said
speak up a little bit.
You said people in the Christian church tear up their garments, right?
Well, today they don't tear it up as much, but they roll around on the floor and they might take their hats off and throw it and shit like that.
Okay, gone. So, but you said rend your heart, not the garments. They said they are mixing up the words that the Bible says into something else every single time they hear something.
Right. Like they say they turn it to render, meaning they think it means to say give your heart instead of your clothes. Like they see like you wearing these nice clothes to church is an offering. And they're saying, the Lord don't care about your clothes, is your heart, but it's a different word, like what you're saying. It's not rend, but render. Go ahead.
So, because when Christian people are like, oh, they're talking about like the stuff that they do, they're going the right path, and then the Lord will come back and he'll save them. But
say that again. The Christians would say what they're doing, they think it's going in the right path.
But and then when the Lord comes back, he'll save them. But they're actually sinning against him because they're mixing up the words of what the Bible says.
Give him a hand, brother. He's sharp with that. And listen, that's all. That's in the Bible, right? Do you know where that is in the Bible? Not sure. Listen, I'll find it for you. Sure. You read it. All right. Give me Shapat. You had your hand up too, Salaki. Go ahead.
The part where I always see in the Bible when they rent their clothes, they say they put on sackcloth. Was sackcloth just available and laying around everywhere at the time or something? Like put on little sackcloth, like
okay,
it was just
think sackcloth is as common as denim. Like denim now is a little bit more refined, but denim is like sackcloth. You get the point? That's what the slaves wore. The clothing that we would make or be forced to wear is sackcloth, but it's really denim. It's like denim is refined now, but originally that shit was a rough type of thing. You get the point? Go ahead.
So it's like would it be just like work clothes, like they put on something like they were going out to clean the yard or something?
Okay, it's still not what we have. What we have today is refined up. Work clothes is comfortable and shit. It's so comfortable we wear it as style. Timberland, North Face, we wear it as style. Right. This shit was rugged as shit up. This shit was to carry potatoes. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So just think like real old denim, like this hard shit up. You get the point? And it's available everywhere. It's common. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was thinking like it was seemed to be always around. But another thing if I could, so like
okay, it seems like that now because society now is very convenient.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It's very convenient where, like, okay, in a second, you probably would you wouldn't have no more plastic store bags. It'll be hard to tell a child you used to just save the store bag. They'll be like, "What's a store bag?" Like how young brother, what's a TDK cassette?
Oh, the cassette tapes. Like
I forget you are Benjamin. That's my fault.
Rectangle.
You are Benjamin here. That's like a relic in the Benjamin house. You know, this was young man. I used to play this all the time. I forget you are Benjamin, but you get the point. A regular, any other child will not know what a damn cassette is. You get the point. A TDK cassette, that's even more specific. You get the point. Soon you ain't gonna be able to BMX. You all know what a BMX is? Got it. I got him. We got him. You don't know what the hell a BMX is. You don't know what that is, but that's with the times. With the times, certain things just go away. So it will seem like, what the hell is that? When this was common before, a BMX is a bicycle. It was the brand of a bicycle. But it was a bicycle that kids would, use a lot. All those, you know what X Games are, where they ride on the ramps and with the bike and do tricks with the bikes?
Yeah,
you see those bikes that they have, the little short ones? That was what a BMX was. At one time, kids that was the craze. A BMX bike or a chopper. You know the chopper, the one with the gears. That shit. You get the point? Some kids today, you tell them about that, it's like, well, a chopper? They'll be like, you mean the K? I'll have one in my bag. And they pull out the Draco. Be like, oh, I ain't talking about that nigga. Go ahead, Alex.
Like I did see a kid riding a bike one day, and he went to the curb off the street, and he actually
jumped.
He did not. He just kind of like lift the front tire up and the back tire hit the curb. And I said, hold on. I said, you never heard of a bunny hop?
No, that's a way to do it too. The back tire ain't coming in with that much force. Anyway, this class is not about bike riding. But you get the point. So the sackcloth is, it was a thing that was around. It's like how plastic bags are. You get the point, Shabbat? Yes, go ahead, please, sir.
So with the rent the clothes, like I know we not a naked people, so of course I'm thinking maybe we had some clothes under it when you rent it.
We always have clothes under it. We are the same people. Okay. We are the same people. What did you grow up wearing under your garments? In your younger days. Well, underclothes today for somebody might mean drawers. We are the people who would wear basketball shorts under long pants. You get the point? It's a car, you know that shit. We wear a t-shirt under the t-shirt. Right. Who came up with that? White people? That's us. Even you could look up in it. There's a precept for breeches. The breeches there, your breeches is the pants you would wear underneath a garment. Even the woman would wear breeches under the dress, which is again idiots who say a woman can't wear pants. There's a pants for a woman. You get the point? Like we would have a garment under it, but of course, if you're showing that you're naked, naked in the Bible doesn't mean butt naked. It means you're underdressed. You get the point? It means you're like if somebody comes in class with shorts and a wife beater on, you'd be like, brother, you're naked. He'd be like, what? I got clothes on. We two different cultures. To him, that's clothes. To us, it's like, nigga, just go outside. Get the point? So it's that thing. All right. Where we at? Give me oh, we was reading this thing in Matthew, right? And for the young brother, so for the young brother, hold Matthew 7:23. You have a Bible, young brother? You have one on your phone? You have a phone? You can just grab a Bible for him or lend him one of yours if these are not in good condition. Matthew 7:23. All right, you could read that. I'll call on you to read it. Go ahead, Isaiah, and finish off this one here. So, like, you have a mic right here that's not even being used. You could pass that over to Bukwash. To what? Just hold on to that in the meantime. Go ahead, Isaiah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 51, sir. Start from top. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent.
Right? So the veil, like, you just think in the temple. And when you think temple, think a massive place like how the Capitol building is. You know what I mean? Or the main building in the Vatican City, the Vatican. Think of, don't think the temple like just a small thing. It's like part of a big complex. They would have a big veil, like a curtain. And I say when he died, that thing just split in two on its own. Nobody cut that shit. Right? The veil rent in two. Go ahead.
And in twain from the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake.
And there was a massive earthquake when he died. The earth shook when he yielded up the spirit. Go ahead.
And the rocks rent.
And the rocks, what does that mean? The mountains broke. Landslide, rocks bust in two and all. Now, remember the Romans was like, if you king, save yourself. Well, they now they know who they killed. It was evident now. Oh, now it's too late now, nigga. It's too late now. Go ahead. Oh, Salaki, go ahead, Bukwash.
It's like my first time going through an earthquake. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. And, I'm not from a place where earthquakes are, normal. So I park it up real quick. And I'm like,
what's going on?
Yeah, kind of one kind. The ground ain't supposed to move like this.
Yeah.
And everybody else just like normal. I'm like, yo, this ain't normal. So if the mountains rocked and whatnot,
the rock split.
I can just from the little earthquake that I experienced, I can imagine, how the way they felt back in, when Christ died.
Oh, brother, listen. I experienced earthquakes young, because Trinidad would have earthquakes. My first major earthquake was right here in DC.
I remember that.
Right here in DC, I thought, well, this is it. I had a young child. I'd have run up in the neck. I was telling me get out. I was like, I ain't getting out because I ain't digging through no rubble for this one. You're going to pick me out of the house, but I had to go and pick up this child up. And brother, I mean, it was insane. I got the monument cracked, the cathedral cracked. If I remember, there was a brother who prophesied. I'm going to look for that tape. I'm talking about days before that an earthquake was going to hit. I'm going to look for that tape. Now I could remember it like, ooh, that was heavy. At the time, I was like, whatever. But I'm talking about days before, a brother stood at camp and said, the Lord is angry with you, because that was when they put up that Martin Luther King statue. That's the unveiling of that statue was right around the same time. Brother stood up in DC and said, y'all done pissed the Lord off. And it was Martin Luther King and was it Michael Jackson? No, I think it was MLK. Because they buried Michael Jackson in a gold coffin. Solid gold coffin. But brother said, DC is going to shake. He said it. He said, DC is going to shake. He said, DC is going to shake. The Lord is going to bring a quake on this place. I'm talking about not even a week later. Not even a week later. Once again, the Israelite school of UPK is the home of the truth. The Lord honors what comes out of a prophet's mouth, brother. You know what I mean? So, go ahead and read that.
Verse 52. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. 53.
And read that again.
And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose.
And many bodies of the saints which slept arose. Meaning the saints are who? Israelites who died. You get the point? Israelites who died are the saints. Many of their bodies came out of the grave. So think you in Jerusalem, you ain't got no cell phone, no nothing, no Wi-Fi, nothing to put on Snapchat. You know you put this nigga in the ground. You know it. You know he's in the ground. He got to be rotten and stinking. He come on the grave. It's rough. It's rough. And remember, the precept says in Acts, it says, just as you saw the Son of Man ascending into the sky, is how he's going to come back. Meaning he went into a cloud, which is the chariots or the UFOs or the IFOs. He's coming back with a chariot. What happened when he left? People come out the ground. You get the point? When he comes back, niggas is coming out the ground. Go ahead.
So like I said, I know it's put them in a trick bag when people be saying they Christ. I said, what year were you born?
Oh, it's
Christ supposed to come out of the sky the same way you were born?
Yep.
Oh, okay, you're not Christ.
Let them say what they want to say and do what they want to do, man. Right? So you that's what's going to happen. Those the precepts for it. Again, 1 Corinthians 15 is a good one for reincarnation. Young brother, you found Matthew 7:23. Let me know when you have it. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 23. Not 27, 7.
Matthew's 27:23.
Start at 21.
Oh, 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, 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 shall you enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Go ahead.
But he that doth the will of my Father which is heaven.
Right? What is that saying? You know, could you break it down? You want to try?
Like if he's talking about like heaven. He's talking about heaven and like after the Lord is going to heaven. Like,
he's saying not everyone that says after me, Lord, Lord, is going to enter into the kingdom. Meaning, just like what you were saying, the Christians think that they obey in God and they follow in Christ. You get the point? But he's saying here that not everyone who thinks they're following me is following me. They're going to say, Lord, Lord, like they're going to call out to him as if they follow him. And they don't. That's why they're not going to get into the kingdom of heaven. You get the point? Read on. Verse 22.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in work thy name done many wonderful works.
Right? So they're going to say, Lord, listen, man, I served you. In your name, I cast out devils. In your name, I did so much wonderful works, which is how these Christians are. In the name of Jesus, and blood of Jesus, and hushkalaba, and all of that nonsense. And they're going to say they've been doing the work of the Lord and say, Lord, Lord. They're going to say that. And when Christ comes, they're going to come. Imagine arguing with Christ. Many will say in that day, Lord, didn't I work for you? As if, who are you talking to? Didn't I work for you? Nigga, I allowed you to work for me. You acting like you did me a fucking favor. Why did you have to work for me in the first place? Because you sinned. So what the fuck are you talking? Didn't I work for you? You're paying off a debt. You understand? How you gonna be proud paying? Ain't I paying you up? Nigga, you owe me. Watch your mouth. Put some humility on that shit. You get the point? That's a Christian. Keep reading.
And then I will not profess unto them. I never knew you.
Say it again.
I never knew you.
Say it one more time.
I never knew you.
Say it how niggas would say it. Oh, you don't know too much about that. Say it how, nigga, I don't know you. Who are you? I don't know you. I don't know you like that. He said, Christ said, then I will say unto them, I never knew you. You was calling my name, but I don't know you. I don't know you. Go ahead.
Whose man's is?
Whose man's is this? Right? Keep reading, young brother.
Therefore,
Right after you.
Oh, therefore. Oh, sorry. So
after I never knew you.
I never knew you. Depart.
What word is that?
Depart.
What is that word?
Depart.
What does that mean?
Like separate.
So I'll take that. Depart. Give me something else. What else does that mean? Go ahead. Come on.
Split.
Yeah, but you still saying it a little nicer. Get lost.
Oh.
Go from here. Roll out. Kick rocks, nigga. I'll say to thee, depart. Keep reading. After depart.
From me.
Mm-hmm.
Ye that work in iniquity.
Iniquity. Right? For all you fake Israelites who still saying we all working for the same God. You are working iniquity. I found a tape today for them purple pigs. I got to put that out again. And share that with you all. They are working iniquity. The Christians are working iniquity. They think they're working for the Most High. They think they're working for the Lord, but they're working for Satan. Their work is evil. And Christ is saying, depart from me, which is what you were saying earlier, young brother. How they think they're reading the Bible, but they're changing the words and all of that. All right. Good to go. We done? We done with 23 as well? So what was reading before? So yeah, with the dead coming out of the grave, right? Good. All right. Anything else? Come on.
And Joshua, sir, can I get a clearer understanding? Let me get the question real quick.
As soon as he opened up the book, I see what he got there.
What you got there? What are you working on?
He got
that test. Yeah, he better. He better. I told him he gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the house at 2 a.m. Bam, bam, bam. You don't think it's the cops? You gonna open up? Who is it? Time to take your test, huh? The test could come anytime, brother.
So in Joshua 10 and 12 through 14, those verses, does this mean that the Lord gave the children of Israel endurance to fight day and night until they defeat the Amorites? This one, like he's referring to like the sun stood still and the moon as well.
Okay, where you at, Joshua?
Joshua chapter 10, verses 12 through 14.
Okay, read it and then give me a question.
The book of Joshua, chapter 10, verse 12. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. Verse 13. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down, but about a whole day. Verse 14. There was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to know, does that mean that he just gave them endurance to fight?
No. Well, that too definitely gave you endurance to fight, but also you check with them and see. Some fell. Okay, no sweat. Right, that too, but it's also what it says. The sun stayed in the sky and didn't get dark, and anything can happen with Lord. That's why I said that there was not a day before it or after, and it's recorded that even that the Lord heard the voice of a man, which is why one of the reasons why it's good to obey the Lord and not your flesh, because the Lord could be so pleased with you, he honors what comes out your mouth. You get the point? You could say something and the Lord could pick it up. You get the point? You could say something. Just think like if you have a child or son or daughter on a playground, somebody messing with them and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, they on the bad end of it. And they say, I'm going to call my father. And when you come here, you'll kick everybody ass and something. Now, when your child comes to you and tells you that, what do? You got to do something. You have to do something now, because now it ain't just a matter of putting them in their place. You have to, this is an opportunity now to gain your child, because they said something, and if you don't do it, then you destroy the image of you in their mind. You get the point? So you have to do it. You anybody have a child or a younger brother or a younger sister or something, or niece or nephew, they say something and call your name, mention your name in something. Now, of course, this is with the understanding that they in the right and they in violate first, and still to a point, if they do, you still have to step in. But if they say something, you kind of obligated to do it, because you don't want to leave that void open for somebody else to step in. You get the point? And that's how it is when you serve the Lord. You get the Lord on your side. You might be able to say some shit, and you watch that shit happen. You get the point? And that's really the premise of a lot of the power that you could get from the Lord when you obey him. Like somebody could do you something wrong, and you could be totally comfortable being wrong. You reach that, those of you who've been on the wrong for a while, you might get it wrong, dog. And you could be like, that's all right. I know the Lord ain't gonna see, he ain't gonna let this shit go. You're gonna know when this shit happen to you, you're gonna know why. And you could just move. And then you're going to hear about it later. You're going to hear about some shit later. You know what I mean? You ain't got to sweat the shit, because you have a father that you could call on. You get the point? So that's why it says, even it's recorded that the Lord listened to the voice of a man, because it's like, who are you to listen to, to me? It's like a child. It's like a father to a child. You get the point? So, but this year, the sun just stayed up. That was it. The sun just stayed up. It's important with this as also, don't say the Lord stopped time. There is no proof of that, because it says it was for about the space of a day. You get the point? Mm-hmm. Don't say the Lord stopped time. Just say the sun did not set. That's all you're saying. The sun did not set, and there was time. The brother asked for more time for the battle, and the Lord gave it to him. And that was that. I think they won the battle, right?
I know.
All right, so that's how you want to understand it and break the shit down. And that's it. Anybody who don't believe it, no problem. Don't even worry about none of that shit. It's quite fine. They're gonna be around to see some shit happen that they would not be able to explain. They would not be able to even what the hell just happened. Insane. Go ahead.
One more thing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what is meant by? Is it not written in the book of Jasher? What is
okay,
Jasher?
The book of Jasher is a book that's not in the Bible, that is reported to have records of the Bible, like Enoch. There's Jasher, there's Enoch, there's another one. There's many of them, but there's some that's more famous than others. What's the other one? Jubilee, the book of Jubilee. Those books are not in the Bible. Now, from what you know, this is just a question. From what you know, and those books are mentioned in the Bible, but they're not part of the Bible. What could you say about those books?
They're not credible.
They're not credible. That's a perfect way of saying it. These are not credible books. You get the point? These are not part of the Lord's collection. The Lord's collection is this: Genesis to Revelation, including the Apocrypha. That's the Lord's collection. Mm-hmm. Everything else is not. It's not his collection. And the oldest Hebrew records is the Dead Sea Scrolls or the Qumran scrolls. They were found in the Qumran caves, which was these are caves at the Dead Sea. That's the oldest records, and those books are not part of those records, right? I forget what's the book that's part. There's one book except something. All these books except is Daniel, half of the book of Daniel, or Ezra, the second Ezra or something, that was not found in the Qumran caves, but the rest of the Bible that we have today, the Hebrew is found there. And that's why the King James is the closest translation to the original text, because the oldest text they have is what was found in the Qumran caves. Joshua and Jubilee is not in there, right? So there's books that are mentioned, but they're not in these collections. Maybe these were books that was around at this time, because this is Joshua. You wouldn't read about Jubilee in the New Testament or in Isaiah. The book of Jubilee, I forget where it's mentioned. Somebody look it up. Let me see. Bear with me one. You could line up the other question, right? Jubilee. Somebody look it up. Is Jubilee in the Apocrypha? Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Somebody look it up. See what Jubilee is in the Bible. So it could be the book of Enoch is also mentioned. It could be that they were around in them early days. So it's referenced, but these are not part of the Lord's biblical record. The Catholics would call it uncanonized. You get the point? The Catholics or the Christian church, they would say these are canonized, meaning these are authorized like a canon. And this is uncanonized. This is not, not part of what they want. These books are not part of what the Lord wants as his collection of books. Is the year of Jubilee? Hold on. No, I thought it was the book of Jubilee. Or Jubilees. It might be Jubilees.
The year is mentioned.
Yeah, the year is different. The year is that forgiveness. It's a year of forgiveness. That's another law we have where if you in debt after, is it the 49th year? After the 49th year, or I think when a high priest pass, you're supposed to forgive that debt. You can't have somebody in debt like how it is here, where you could have a parent that died and they have debt, and the state takes the debt out of the value, or you inherit the debt. That shit, we don't do that shit because that leads to slavery. And there's a law against it. So we have the year of Jubilee of freedom. Go ahead, Shapat.
What I'm just reading right here, it says it's not Jubilees. The book of Jubilees is not actually mentioned in the Old or the New Testament.
Okay, it's not mentioned. Okay, my mistake then. All right, but definitely Enoch and what's the other one? Joshua is mentioned. All right, is mentioned in there, but they're not part of the Lord's collection of books. Your precept would be none shall want her mate, Isaiah, I think 34:16 or something like that. None shall want her mate. I believe that's it. That's all you would need. Cool?
Yeah,
good to go. All right, anything else?
TAS 4169 says Methuselah was 969 years old.
Oh, Tawada, I know somebody was 900 and something years old. I knew that part. I couldn't remember who. Methuselah, boy. And nigga say you're old like Methuselah, just know you're fucking old as shit. Know that part. That's that's not a compliment. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, at least not with your corruptible body. Noah was not Noah. Who was Abraham? Was 97 years old, still making babies. You ain't liable to live to 90-something years old, much less produce life. Yeah, damn, bro. I mean, you're 90-something years old, you still getting in there turning that soil. You still, in there tilling that ground, brother. Good night, boy. What the hell he on? That's what I want to know. I want to know what his regimen is like. God damn.
Clean living, sir.
The gunpowder ain't wet. That should fire it. Boom. All the way on grandfather used to say bang, 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 bang. That's wild. Go ahead.
Khan. Malachi 1 West says, if I may, sir, what is the breakdown on Egypt, my people, in Isaiah 19 and 25?
Okay. I'll just tell you right now, it's not what you think or whoever asked you. It's not what they think. All right? It's not what you think.
1920.
Shabbat.
Like if I could confirm Adam's age.
Yeah, go ahead.
Genesis 5:5. All the days that Adam lived were 930 years, sir.
See, listen, I know somebody was there. That's who I was thinking about. Adam lived, 900 and something years, but a day to the Lord is like 1,000 years to man. Adam and Eve live a day according to the Lord. You understand? Which means what? If he didn't get kicked out of the garden, could have lived longer. Remember, in that same day, thou will die. The day you eat of this fruit, you'll die. So if he died 900 and something years, we know a day for the Lord is as 1,000 years to man. In terms of the Lord, Adam ain't even live a day. You get the point? Which means he probably could have lived. You understand? Go ahead.
When you say he could probably live longer, just in these corruptible bodies, we get aches and pains at 30, 40.
Listen, sometimes you're 12 years older. You playing on these this AstroTurf now. The shit you playing on that shit. The little black pebbles come up. They say right now in sports, especially youth sports, ACL is such a normal injury. I remember coming up, ACL was like a career injury. You got shot. You hear ACL, everybody looking at you, their eyes watering up. Because nobody want to say, nigga, you done.
The booby spin.
I'm this man. Nobody ain't want to say you done because the ACL right now is like how a twisted ankle was back in the day. And it's because of these goddamn fields. You get the point? It's these fields, they don't want the natural grass. They want all this astro shit, make it faster and this and that. All to that's not to avoid maintaining and spending money. Right. But it's causing injury. So you ain't got to wait till 30. You get the point? You remember the March Madness, the basketball, where the brother on this he jumping to block somebody right on where the 3-point line meet the edge, jumped to block him down and his foot shattered because they played with shin splints. He's been playing this season with shin splints and he's supposed to rest. His bone between his knee and his ankle, shattered like somebody shot it at. His foot just broke and collapsed. Now he ain't but what, 18, maybe 21? Yeah, So
Willis McGahee.
That's his name?
No, it was a Miami football player. He took a shoulder to the knee in a college championship game and it went backwards.
Well, listen, that's the force, but you're talking about just wear and tear on your body so much you jump and your bone explode. Think about how you're getting worn down now. You're getting worn down. But yeah, go ahead to the point you was making. Shabbat, you could trim this back a little bit, please.
That was it, sir.
All right. No sweat. Where we at?
Isaiah 19 and 25.
With the brother with the book of Joshua, that's all he asked, right? The book of Joshua, and that was you. Me, okay, what's the other brother?
This one is the Egypt, my people, in Isaiah 25.
All right.
19 and 25.
Okay.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 25. Whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, my inheritance.
Okay. What he wants just a general breakdown?
That's what he wanted to know, the breakdown on Egypt, my people.
Okay. No sweat. Let me ask the brother who asked that. Read the precept one more time, huh?
Another one, come. The book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 25. Whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, mine inheritance.
So now the brother who asked this question, right? I'm sure it's a brother in his school, correct? Right? I'm sure this is somebody who Mafia over there looking like, when kids trying to fool their parents and they put the picture up but he's not really there.
Yeah.
Like this is the third time I look over and the picture ain't move. He just there like this. Matthew hit my Ferris Bueller. You don't remember Ferris Bueller? He hit my Ferris Bueller. All right, so the brother who asked the question, I'm assuming more than likely somebody came to him with this to try to confound the brother, and he need to break down on it. So first off, if that's the case, this is what you do. You ask them, why are you not asking me about the Syrians? Why is it only Egypt? Because he said, Syria, the work of my hands. If Egypt means the Egyptians, surely you got to think he created the Syrians for him. Why are we only concerned with Egypt? Right? And it says right there, and the house of, what is it? The house of Israel? Right at the end, it says the houses of Israel or something like that.
And Israel mine inheritance.
And Israel mine inheritance. These all here are talking about Israel. This is all talking about Israel. All right. Read it one more time from the top.
Whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, blessed.
Read one verse above.
Verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
In that day shall
Isaiah?
Yeah. Isaiah, book of Isaiah
19 and 25. All right, go ahead.
Verse 24. In that day shall Israel be the third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land. Verse 25. Whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, mine inheritance.
Okay. Hold up. Skip up to 19.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. Verse 20. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors.
And who?
Because of the oppressors.
So then who is this talking about? Is this talking about Egyptians? Is it? Is the when he said in verse 25, blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands. Is the Egypt there talking about the Egyptians?
Israel.
Is Israel that are living in Egypt. Just like blessed be the Puerto Ricans, blessed be the Mexicans, blessed be Jamaicans, blessed be the UK. Get the point? It's those of us who living there, because in 18 said an altar going to be set up in Egypt for a sign for the Lord. And my people will cry out because of who?
The oppressor.
The oppressors. If this is talking about Egyptians, who is oppressing these Egyptians in Egypt at this time? Who?
No one.
Who's oppressing America right now? Themselves. They the oppressor. They the victim and the oppressor. they in court saying, yeah, you're on, I'm the plaintiff, then run across. I'm the defendant. Go ahead.
Like if I mean, somebody is trying to say that Egypt, you know, what wasn't Israel, then just undermining the whole story of Moses. Like right here, he's saying, I'm gonna send him a savior, a great one. Egyptians wasn't rocking with Moses.
Okay, even if I'll send them a savior, that's the same verse we're reading, or the verse right after?
No, the same one we
read. Verse 20, right? And shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Okay, why is someone delivering the Egyptians? Again, you'll have to prove the Egyptians is under some attack. You get the point? You'll have to prove that thing. So for the brother who asked the question, I'm 90% sure somebody who was not testing him, but somebody who is challenging him or think they got the truth, I would first, before I even start to break it down, why are you not concerned with the Syrians? Why are you only concerned with Egypt? because as a people, we romanticize Egypt. We think Egypt was Wakanda. See how Wakanda was in the movie? People in the world think that's what Egypt was at. And Egypt was no different than America today. It was no different. You had the rich, you had the poor, you had slaves, you had tremendous sexual deviance. I mean, insane sexual deviance. Your precept is in Judges 19 or something, where they say since the days of Egypt, we haven't seen something like this. You get the point? Like Egypt was just how America is. It's, you know, you don't think some black glory city and Kemet and Cram and bullshit. It was just America. The only difference is Hamites was the oppressor instead of Trump. All right. Where we are? 20. Read 21.
And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation. Yea, they shall vow a vow unto the Lord and perform it.
What does that mean? The Lord shall know them, they shall know the Lord. And in that day, they're going to vow a vow to the Lord, and they're going to do it.
Saying that they're going to see like the Lord's might, so they're going to believe in the God of Israel.
Who is the they here?
The Egyptians.
The actual Egyptians. That's it. Like, it's the same like America. The time is coming out where they're going to know who the Lord is. And they're going to vow a vow. They're going to promise to do something and do it. Unlike today, where they promise to do something and just change it because they're in charge. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22. And the Lord shall smite Egypt. He shall smite and heal it. They shall return even to the Lord. And he shall be entreated of them, and shall heal them. Verse 23. And that day shall there be a highway out of Egypt to Assyria. And the Assyrians shall come into Egypt, and the Egyptian into Assyria. And the Egyptians shall serve with the Assyrians. Verse 24. And that day shall Israel be the third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. Whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, my inheritance.
Right. So now this here is, and y'all pick up what it's saying. Come on.
I could. When I'm hearing this, it's reminding me of like a battle rap. You know, when niggas we talking crap to each other, we know what it means, but then everybody else, you know, has to decipher and decode what the hell he just said.
What is he really? Is he talking about his dog or his real dog? Yep, that's okay. It's really like that, because first it's talking about the actual Egyptians, then it's talking about us in Egypt crying out against the oppressor. Then it's talking about the Egyptians again. You Lord go make them serve. Then it's talking about us again as Egypt going into the Assyria. Then the Assyrian going into Egypt, because we was in captivity in both places. And we wanted to go back to Egypt. We wanted to leave the Assyrian captivity and go back. That's why I say the Egyptian going, there's a highway to Egypt, to Assyria. And the Egyptian going to be Assyrian, and the Assyrian going to be an Egyptian. We're going to go back and we're going to choose slave masters. Just like, you know, you're raised Christian, but you go to jail and become Muslim. I took my shahada. You're not a real Muslim because you ain't taking shahada. What the fuck ever is that? So shahada was a food, and the first time I heard it. That's a lot.
That's heavy, sir. Because I remember reading on Instagram how like some Puerto Ricans wanted to like detach from the U.S. and go back to Spain to reunite with the Spaniards, and I'm like, that's
crazy. Yeah, that is absolutely, it's crazy. Like, listen, y'all know the World Cup season going on. I've seen some interviews with Latinos. Brothers, these is Israelites now. These is not devils. These is brothers living in Spain, supporting Spain. Fucking conquistadors. I'm talking about, this is a nigga from Panama, from Uruguay, from Paraguay. He in Spain, but he considers himself now a Spaniard. But he tells you You know, I go back and forth. Yeah, I'm originally from Colombia or something, but he living in Spain. He looked like an Aztec warrior. He ain't look like the regular, you know, the Spaniard, and he don't talk with the same. He don't talk with that shit. You get the point? Go ahead.
Like, not that I can look at all of them and just tell who they are, but you know, driving people back from them FIFA games, the World Cup games.
Mm-hmm.
I would see a lot of us supporting and acting like we were part of those countries.
Right.
But you know what I didn't see when I took the German team back after they lost? I didn't see no Jewish people claiming, you know, supporting Germany.
The Jewish people own the damn whole World Cup. They're supporting everybody as long as they collect money. They say FIFA are about to make $9 billion off of the competition alone. $9 billion. They say, I think, over the 4 years, because you know it's every 4 years. So once this competition ends in September, teams start playing to qualify for the next 4 years. They say the whole campaign, I think, is something like $13 or $16 billion for the whole thing. But they say just this month alone, $9 billion. We ain't talking hotel or food or airfare. That's not included. This $9 billion come from TV ads, which is why they include a quarter. So for the football is now quarters instead of 45 minutes. It's like basketball. All that was for money. That wasn't a hydration break. The white man is the devil. What he say it's for is not what it's for. It's for revenue. It's for all revenue. They added, I think, 14 new teams. It's, I think, 48 teams now. It used to be 32. Why they do that? But that's more games that you could sell advertisement rights to. $9 billion in a month. Ain't no amount of cocaine in the world giving you that shit. No. But listen, if it's paying like that, let me know. Shit. Would be the blessed drug dealers. Go ahead.
So they're also adding a halftime show with old ass Madonna.
Again, they're trying to make money. They're trying to get the largest consumers in the earth is in America. And they're trying to make the sport so, you know, for people to consume so much because of the money. They want the money involved with this shit. But yeah, so this year is talking about Israelites in Egypt, right? And Israelites in Assyria. That's why he said, what is Egypt my what? Egypt my people, because it's his people in Egypt. And we went to Assyria into captivity as well. Go ahead.
I got another question.
No, so I'm gonna come to you. Hold on 1 second, all right? Is it on this topic or something else? All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna come to you. So that's what it's talking about here. But like, if somebody coming to me, I'd ask them, why are you not concerned with the Syrians? Why are you not? Why is it just Egypt? Are you racist? Is it because the Egyptians are dark skinned and the Syrians are not? Is that so? You're a racist? Are you telling me you're a racist? And you'll trick them because they call us racist, right? But they come in now, Egypt. He says, so who is Egypt? Who are the Syrians? I'm talking about Egypt. Hold on. It says Assyria. It says it right here. Why are you not concerned about the Assyrians? Huh? Are they not people too? Or don't they need love too? Fuck the Assyrians. Well, then fuck the Egyptians. You get the point? But the understanding of it is right there. So I hope that helped the brother, all right? Let me get you, young brother.
What does it mean when in Genesis, then they say, because when they're eating the fruit, it means like for God doth know that in that day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Say that one more time. What does it mean?
Con.
Okay, what does it mean? Okay, read the part that you want explained again.
For God doth know that
Doth. Mm-hmm.
Know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Okay, and you want to know what that means when he says it, right?
Con.
Okay, so in short, right, the fruit is not a fruit like an apple, right? The fruit represents the philosophies of other nations. In the Bible, the trees in the garden are other nations, other races. The garden, do you know what the Garden of Eden is?
Like a garden with like plants.
You could say that. But specifically, the biblical reference, Eden means earth. And the garden is like a fertile place of the earth, or the main spot of the earth. The Garden of Eden, biblically, is the Middle East, right? Show the brother the Middle East region on that map, just so you could just, with your finger, just draw a circle around it. Right, a little wider, slow it down, because he's a little far. Right, go a little wider, go a little more to your right. Yeah. Right, that whole region there is called the Fertile Crescent. That's where all the oil is. You get the point? All that was the Garden of Eden before. Really, all that is the land of Israel, right? And in that land was not just Adam and Eve. There were other people. There were other people on the earth, other races, other nations, right? People who were separate from Adam and Eve. The Lord told Adam and Eve, do not follow these other nations. When he said eat of the tree, meaning just like you would eat a fruit or eat food and you digest it into your system and you get stronger, their culture, we would take and make it part of us, right? I'm sure you've seen that before. Do you know who Muhammad Ali is?
Yeah, the boxer.
The boxer. What was his religion?
Muslim.
Muslim. How you know that?
Because there's lots of them in our school in Canada.
I would venture to think there are lots of actual Arabs in your school.
They celebrate their stuff in like school, and they have like this whole party.
Mm-hmm.
And then meanwhile, during Black History Month, they have one single assembly, and they never talk about it ever again. Yeah,
that's how they do us. You get the point? But no, those Muslims in your school, are they like you? Are they Israelites who believe in Islam, or are they Arabs and Ethiopians and every other disgusting heathen?
Second.
Exactly that, right? That's what I thought. That's what I absolutely thought. It's not. Because, listen, how do I know this? Because the Muslim kids are not doing what they're doing. You get the point? But Muhammad Ali, he was a Muslim by belief. But by blood, he's an Israelite. You get the point? He believed those things. He started, subscribing to their belief. You understand? But he's not an Israelite. And because of that, he got to know good and evil. He got to know, life, how it is to obey the Lord and to disobey the Lord. Same thing with Malcolm X. He got to know what it means. And the Lord wanted us to only accept his culture and obey him. So he said, in that day, you will surely know what good and evil is. It's like your parents telling you, them kids in school, they all on your classmates, do they have like Snapchat on their phone and stuff? And they go on websites they're not supposed to, and do things and drink things they're not supposed to? Yes, don't worry, I'll answer for you. You ain't snitching. Don't worry about it. Now, it's like your parents saying to you, go to school. Do not do what they're doing. If I catch you doing what they're doing, you'll see a different side of me. Have you ever been spoken to like that? I know that. You grew up in a Benjamin house. I know that shit. Because that's the threat. The threat is you come up in here, I'm burying you. I brought you into this world and I'm taking you out. That's what the Lord was telling about Adam and Eve. You knowing good and evil, you say, yeah, go ahead and follow these heathens. Go ahead and, eat of their fruit. Think fruit like what a tree yields. Like you bring it forth good fruit. We see the fruits of the nation. You get the point? We look at the Chinese man and see how much money he has selling fried rice and chicken. We look at the Arabs. We look at the Ethiopians with the 7-Eleven. We see their money. We see the fruits of them. And we want to go take of it. You get the point? But what we don't see is how they really are. We learn that late. We learned that later, like Malcolm X. He had to go to one of them Arab countries and realize this shit is not the same. You get the point? Go ahead.
May the brother rise again, but Nolan brother. He took of the fruits of his white friends going on trips with him. He learned how they were later on.
That's a good point. That brother Nolan Wells and Nolan Wells, yeah, it's trending right now. That Nolan Wells, so many others, you know, Tiger Woods. What's the other one? The OJ. We see the fruits of the other nation, and we want to go get the fruit. And when we get the fruit, we realize, boy, this tree growing up in filth. What the ground this tree is planted in is dirty. But by that time, it's too late. We in the dirt now with them. The Lord doesn't want us lusting after their fruit or wanting to be like them. And he's saying, if you go be like them, you'll see a different side of me. You'll know good and you'll know evil. How will you know good and evil?
Because your parents tell you something, like they say this is good and this is bad, and they're doing the bad stuff.
So how will you know good and evil if you do the bad stuff?
Because bad stuff are happening.
Bad stuff will happen to you. And when bad stuff will happen to you, what will you wish for?
Not to be in
You'll wish good times was here again. You'll be like, I ain't never doing this shit. If you think I'm bad now, do that shit and wait. You'll see a different side of me. Now you see the side you wish you never knew. Now you know good and evil. You know good and evil because now you know evil. You get the point? Now you know what evil is, so you know it was better before. When it was better before, you thought it was oppressive. You thought it was too much rules. You thought you was big and grown, right? Until you had to make that first call from jail, or you done total the car, or you got jumped and you're in the hospital. And now you realize them rules wasn't so bad. Being home at 6 before the lights come on, that's not that bad. That was actually good. Now I know evil. I'm in evil right now. That's what that means. You understand?
Go
ahead. You want something else, or you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? No sweater. All right, we good? Somebody had a hand up? No sweat. Let's go.
Matthias says, "Flag, sir. Can I get a general breakdown of Revelations 13 and 3? Is the healed?"
You could pass the mic up to brother. I'm going to hand it to you. Just raise your hand if you have another question. Young brother, if you have another question too, just raise your hand, all right? You good to go? All right, most sign Christ.
Revelations 13 and 3. Is the healed wound in Roman Empire living back through America?
Say it again.
Is the healed wound is Roman Empire living back through America?
In what book?
Revelations 13 and 3, sir.
Revelations 13 and 3. All right. All right. 13 and what? 3.
13 and 3.
All right. Go ahead and read. Matthew, you want to read it? Now we'll know if it's a picture.
Come on, sir. Come, sir.
That's Ferris Bueller. I think I had to watch that show tonight. Dog. I think that was a cult classic. That was a goddamn boy. Them white boys was living richer. Just living fat as hell. I want to live watching that young and watching that now. I feel halfway cheated in life, brother. G's and ages, boy. Go ahead.
Come, sir. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death. And his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast.
Okay. And your question is the what's the question again? Are you able to pull it up on the screen? Put it up on the screen real quick. No sweat. Is the healed wound the Roman Empire living short? Yes. Okay. Not so much the healed wound. The wound is the wound, but the beast is the Roman Empire. Right. The Roman Empire was the first beast. That's why it says hold on. Where's giving power to the first beast? It's right here, or it might be in 12. It might be right here.
So like it 2, sir, where it says, and the dragon gave him his power.
Read from verse 1. That's not what I want, but read from verse 1.
Come. Revelations chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy.
Right. So you all know that the seven heads and the 10 crowns. The 7 heads, and of course the crowns is the the EU common markets, and the 10, I forget what it is, right? But I have the list if anybody needs it. All right. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as a mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Right. And this is all in reference to what? To the empires before. The leopard is, I think, the Greek Empire. I believe they used to call Alexander the Great Leopard. You could look it up. You could double check that for me. Memory a little foggy in this part. The feet of the bear. Who was the bear? Is the bear the Roman Empire? I think the mouth of the lion is Rome. The bear might be Syrian, or the lion is Syria. Right? But these is references to all them empires before. All in one. All right. Go ahead.
Come. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. And his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast.
Right? The whole world wondered after this beast because it was wounded until death, but it still lived. And it's a marvel now. It's back in the earth again as America. All right. Skip to verse 11. Bukash.
So they refer to Alexander the Great as the leopard in Daniel 7.
Right. The Alexander the Great is the leopard, which is the Greeks. The bear and the lion is Rome and somebody else. I forget which one is which. All right. Skip to verse 11, Matthew.
Come. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he speak as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him.
All right. Right. So the first beast before him is the one that had you might have to adjust this mic. This camera is a little bit too high. All right. A little bit too high. Just tip the back. Take your time and just tip the back of it. All right. Or just adjust the camera itself. No, the actual camera, you can just tip it forward. All right. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's better for me. All right. So the first beast, Matthew, is Rome. Right? Is that Roman Empire, which really encompasses the Greco-Roman Empire. And that beast was dealt a deadly wound. The Roman Empire was brought to its knees and almost unto death. Then after that, America was raised up in the image of Rome, the spirit of Rome and Egypt. America is that new beast that exercised all the power of the first beast. You get it?
Come. The water, sir.
All right. No sweater. Good to go?
Yep, sir.
All right, please.
Another question from America is Burning. Says, Salaka, if I may, out of one, can I get a general breakdown on Isaiah 21, 1 through 5? He also said, also in Isaiah 21, what is the desert of the sea?
Isaiah 21, 1 through 5. Boy, that's not even in my memory yet. I might have to pass on that one. Isaiah 1?
21, 1 through 5, sir.
All right, let me see if I get it clear. Any other questions?
That's it.
That's it. Any questions? Young brother, you have one? Let me hear it. All right, I'm gonna roll it in here. Go ahead.
I read it. Oh yeah.
Oh, you wanted to read? You
Yeah.
wanted to read Isaiah?
Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. Hold on 1 second. There's no more on there yet. All right, solid. Let's get with that one.
Chapter 21. The burden the burden of the desert of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
As whirlwind in the south passes through, so it cometh from the desert, from a terrible land. Chapter 2, in verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously,
Mm-hmm.
and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam.
Mm-hmm.
Besiege, O Media. All the sighing thereof I have made to cease. Verse 3. Therefore are my loins filled with pain. Pangs have been taken hold upon me as the pangs of a woman that travelleth. I was bowed down at the hearing of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was dismayed at the seeing of it. Verse 4.
Okay, I might have to get a breakdown on this. I'm not 100% on this one. All right. What's the? Yeah, write it down for me. I'm gonna have to get a breakdown for the brother. Who's this? America is burning. Isaiah 21, 1 through 5. Okay, let me not even speculate what I have in my memory for it. I might have to get a breakdown on this one. All right. Burden of the desert of the sea. Hold on. Yeah, let me skip this. I'm gonna answer this next week for you, or tomorrow I probably would ask it in the general's class and see if he breaks it down. All right. Any more? Not in the room.
I have one more.
Go ahead, up, please.
In Jeremiah, sir, 31 verse 33, the last part, where it says, I will put my law in their inward part.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just get a break on that?
Okay. Go ahead and read it out.
The book of Jeremiah 31 verse 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
Okay. Where you at? 33? Let's skip up to 30 or 31.
31.
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them come out of the land of Egypt.
So you had what, Jeremiah? What again?
31 and 32 right now, sir.
Jeremiah 31. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts,
mm-hmm.
and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
Okay. And you want the part about the inward parts, right? All right. Give me what you understand about inward parts.
I in them and like in their souls, pretty
In their souls. Okay.
like they would feel it. This is something they would feel.
Something they would feel. Okay. And as opposed to what? If it's something they would feel, what was happening before?
Well, they were constantly breaking the Lord's covenant.
So was it in them? Was it something that they would feel?
No, because they kept breaking their promises or the law.
Okay, so if a day is coming when the covenant is going to be, or the law going to be in the inward parts, and as you say, something they could feel. This is your words. What was it before? That's going to help you understand it. If that's what's coming, according to how you describing it, what was it like before that?
It's sort of like just roaming like a dog, no direction,
Was
just doing whatever they wanted.
Was we roaming? We had kingdoms. We had Solomon. It was David, Saul. So was we roaming like dogs? I think Solomon had a navy.
So I guess like no conscience, sir, of what they were doing.
What do you mean? No conscience of what we was doing? Kept the Passover.
But they would, just for an instance, let's say they smoked weed, even though they went to the Passovers,
Okay, so then if the law was not in the inward parts, so where was the law? Don't think too far. Don't think too far. Don't think too extravagant. If the law wasn't in the inward parts, where was the law?
It wasn't in them.
Law wasn't in them. Well, if it wasn't in the inward parts, it wasn't in them.
It wasn't on their mind.
But I think he hanging out with you a little too much, man. That's the DC slick answer. I can't tell you you're wrong. Well, it wasn't in them, sure.
It wasn't on their mind.
So where was the law? We had a kingdom. So where was the law? We had priests. Where was the law? Anybody else? Where was the law, young brother? Pass the mic to him if you don't know.
Probably in the back of their mind.
Well, that would be in them. But okay, I think I understand what in the back of their mind, meaning it was not the forefront of their mind. It wasn't they wasn't thinking about it. It's the last thing in their mind. That's what you mean?
Yeah,
okay, it was the last thing in their mind. I get that part. All right. But that's another way of saying the mind wasn't even on the law, which is what you saying. But so where was the law? We didn't have a law?
No, the law was always there.
Okay. Look at the young brother. Go ahead.
In the kingdom or in other people's minds.
Who's the other people?
Like us, Israelites.
Well, that's now. Now the law is in our inward part. Okay, let me word it like this. Let me see if this would help you. How is the law in your inward part? How is that now? Like if I do open heart surgery on you, would I open your chest and see the law written across the chest?
No.
So how is it in your inward parts? Hold on.
By doing them.
By doing what?
But by keeping the statutes, keeping the commandments.
Okay, give me an example.
Not eating pork.
Not eating pork, right? Give me something that's punishable. Give me a law that's punishable, not stealing. Right? Thou shalt not steal. There's a punishment for stealing, right? You either have to work off what you stole, or you might lose a hand, or you might be beat and lose a hand, right? So that's the law. Do you beat yourself?
No.
No. So the law is in you now. So you do what?
Practice.
Okay, think of it like the law. What does the law say? Think of what does the law say. Who is the law talking to?
Israel.
The law is not talking to Israelites. The law is talking to the enforcers of the law. You get the point? The law is talking, the law says, if man lays with mankind, both of them must be put to death. Who is that talking to? The priest that's going to cut your head off. That's his instructions. His instructions, when he carries out the law that's not within you, the answer to the where's the law if it's not within you, it's outside of you that's cutting your head off. Before this time, the law is in the hands of a priest with a sword who brings it before the judges, and they'll say, well, listen, I've heard this counsel, and my judgment is you're guilty. And before you could say, but sir, you're dragged out to get your head cut off, or to get stoned, or to get, whatever else. You get the point? Where's the other mic? You have no, so you pass it out to me, brother might want something. I'm gonna come to you, Archibald. You would get stoned or get your head cut off or whatever else, right? Now the law is in you. Before, the law would bury somebody up to their neck, and the whole city would stone them until they die. Somebody find that for me. Let me give you a precept for it. Hold up. Give me Deuteronomy 21. And 18. This might be a little long-winded though. That's the law? No. That's not the law. There's a law against that shit. There is a law against that one. Please don't put that up on the screen. That's yikes. Go ahead.
It's like I made with when Christ said, "He who has no sin cast the first stone."
You could go with that, but I'm gonna give you one. There's one I want specifically. Give me Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 21, and let's just start at 18 on down. Right, Isaiah, go ahead quickly.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son,
mm-hmm.
which will not obey the voice of his father
mm-hmm.
or the voice of his mother,
mm-hmm.
and that when they have chastened him,
mm-hmm.
will not hearken unto them.
Right.
Verse 19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city.
Go ahead.
And unto the gate of his place. Verse 20. And they shall say unto
they have a rebellious son who ain't want to listen to nobody about nothing. He ain't taking a check-in. He ain't, they ain't listening. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city.
Right. His parents are supposed to take him and bring him out to the elders of the city. Go ahead.
This our son is stubborn and rebellious.
Mm-hmm.
He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
And a drunkard. Right? He is a glutton and a drunkard. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones.
Right? So now he's a glutton and a drunkard. He ain't listening. He has an alcohol problem. He's a drunkard. He greedy, selfish, out of order. You can't tell him nothing. Leave me alone. His parents had to bring him to the elders. They bring him out there, and since he wouldn't listen to the parents, he's supposed to listen to them who in charge. He ain't listening. Read 21.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die.
Now, to a Christian, that seems harsh. Maybe like, you don't stone him for a little drink? First of all, it's not a little drink because he's a drunkard. A drunkard is not somebody who drink. Everybody has tolerances. Mm-hmm. It's not like he drink this and he's gone. That's not a drunkard. This brother can't drink too much. A drunkard is the reason you don't have a car is because them bottles in the corner. The reason you don't, the reason you had 3 jobs this year is them bottles in the corner. That's a drunkard. He's habitually getting drunk, spending too much, unruly, not listening to nobody. The Bible say, bring him to the elders and they'll judge. And if they judge that way, all the people of the city will stone him that he dies. This is public because all the people of the city stoning him. This ain't not a private execution. This is public. Who's this written to?
This is written to the people who are executing the punishment.
This is written to them who are in charge.
Oh, okay.
You get the point? In any society, whatever problems you have, if you can't solve it, you call for counsel. This is the same thing. You're bringing him to them who are in charge. They're going to weigh the matter and be like, all right, yeah, he had to go. He had to go. Now, the Christian would say, well, that's too harsh. Think of it today. He's a drunkard. What could happen? He's the drunkard and he's rebellious and he's greedy. What could happen?
One thing, he can get behind the wheel of a car in somebody's life.
He could end several people's lives and not even know it. There's a good video of this devil. I think it's a devil. She got arrested for driving drunk. And I believe she's sobered up. And she's like, why y'all acting like this? It was just a few drinks. I think she done mowed down like 3 people. They're dead. She don't know they're dead. When they tell her what she did, brother, she lost it. She couldn't believe what she did. She has no memory. She blacked the fuck up. Now, I would ask those 3 people, would they have preferred we lived in a society that would stone her for being dead and have their loved ones back? Or it's okay. They'll just have 3 funerals. That's the paradigm. That's the predicament. That's the situation. He's drunk and he's greedy. What else could happen? He could be a molester and a rapist because what's stopping him? He has what they call liquid courage and he has to have what he has. Next, he'll be in a deposition like your president saying what? She said rape was sexy. I think Melania needs to come out and say something at this point. Because that bitch ain't saying nothing. Nothing. Go ahead.
Simba 1 West says, it's like it, Captain. What about daughters? What about a daughter? Because it's saying son.
It's saying son because usually this type of, you're not going to see this. Remember, has thou daughters, keep them in straightly, what you have to worry about with daughters is she's a hoe. You get the point? That's what you have to worry about with daughters is that she'll be loose. But she hardly has the ability to kill somebody. Of course, this is back then, but in today's society, she could get behind the wheel. You get the point? But this is the law here. You get the point? No, it still applies here. You just can't put nobody to death because we under grace. You get the point? But it would be the same thing. But you're not going, a daughter is not going to do this thing. A woman, you're able to control her a little bit more. You get the point? It's just how it is. A man, because of his physical strength, if he's brave enough, he'll do anything. He'll do whatever. Usually a woman's courage comes from a man. It usually is tied to them, usually. All right? But it applies across the board. But this is the problem. You can't control him because he's a beast. He's a man. Usually a woman, you could control her. You get the point? Especially, I ain't know one woman who get drunk and start fighting the cold club. They might start something, but in about 20 seconds, they're going to be passed out. You have all seen the videos where they're stumbling out and they just put them there and they lay it out. They're just gone. A man, he's more likely to run amok when he's drunk. You get the point? That's where the issue would happen. Right? So stone him with stones that he die. Read on.
So shalt thou put evil away from among you.
Why are you supposed to stone him?
So you can put evil away from among you.
Go ahead.
And all Israel shall hear and fear.
And so that all Israel will hear and fear. They'll see because the whole city stoning him. And they who ain't see will hear. And they'll fear. And just think about if anybody has ever seen any real macabre bodily violence. You know what I mean? Bodily violence. Trinidad is on. They ain't on. They probably have slave. You know, Levi might know. Issachar, you would know. Where, okay, here where Judah is, because of the access to guns, there's a lot you don't see because of the gun violence. You get the point? But it's, if you don't mind, brother, I appreciate it. To water. But because of the in other societies, the inability to get hands on weapons like that, the weapon of choice is a sledgehammer or a machete or a piece of pipe or a stone. And if you see what that could do, you might be more inclined to not want to get in a position for that to happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could brag about, oh, he was shot 9 times. Many men, which I ain't know nobody who sing about getting beaten with pipes, though. I don't know nobody who sang a song about getting their ass bust with some pipes and the whole jaw gone because of this pipe, or they get chopped in there. I told you I had a relative brother who get chopped in his head out, right to the side here. I mean, a full chop. You ever seen anybody get chopped out? It just looked like the blade bouncing off of them until they start to move and that flesh do this and just open. And you seeing flesh, raw flesh, blood and the bone. If you see it down to the bone, not white meat, bone. That would make you say, you know what? Whatever he did, what he do? That's what people say when something horrible happened. Well, what the fuck he do? Everybody want to know what he do. Why? Because you want to know what he did, what? To do what? You want to make sure you not doing what he did. He'll come back. Reincarnation is real. But we have to make an example so that nobody else is an unruly, stubborn, rebellious drunkard. That would make you, you want some? All right, brother. I got me some juice. I got the grapes before it fermented. You don't want that because if you go down that road, that will be you next. You get the point? Mm-hmm. Now that was I'm gonna come to your I.S.U.P.K. That was the law without. The law within is what now?
Not doing the things that will get you.
Now you checking yourself.
Okay.
Now you policing yourself. In the spirit, you would stone yourself to make sure you don't do that shit. You get the point?
Okay.
It's you are now a law unto yourself. That's in the New Testament. Somebody could find that for me too. If they without the law do the things that are in the law, they are a law unto themselves. That's this right here. There's going to come a time, which is now, where due to teaching and raising up from young, we're gonna know right and wrong and wouldn't need somebody to cut our heads off to, do the law. Right? Go ahead, Tripat. You have a mic on you.
Your performance, sir.
Yeah, 2 mics. Go ahead,
Also, because would give me all day. But if I could, sir. Now I was about to say, and one I wanted to answer the question, but you already answered it.
Which was what?
What we talking about? I wanted a shot at the end with Pops. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, go ahead.
Now, when you was talking about that, seeing something that makes you fear, like I done seen a rack of fights where people were just using a knife to as a fist, and in the fight they was hitting them multiple times, and it didn't look like nothing until later when all the blood and the meat started coming up out of it, and that is some gruesome things to see.
Okay, that's a fight though. Okay, I can get you. Somebody getting stabbed, but I don't think somebody getting stabbed has a deterrent power like you getting stoned at. You understand what I'm saying? You get the point, like, you come from a society where whatever is not nailed down is coming at your head. Like, think like that. Whatever is not nailed down, that shit coming at your head, and you could get put to death. And if the human body is so resilient, even with a stabbing, like you could survive a whole, well, really not. Sometimes your chances is better getting shot than stabbed. You get the point. A stab wound, one stab wound, you could bleed out in seconds. A bullet hole, you could probably survive. You get the point? But the human body is so resilient that a stoning, you ain't got to die now. You understand? You might pass out. You ain't got to die. And Israel might stone and get tired. And your body, even if you pass out, you're going to be laying there. Is he dead? You're looking like he dead. And what does your body want to do? Breathe. And then while you laying there, he dead? Yeah, I think he dead. And the priest move out the way. Stones again. Bricks. Yeah, you get the point? You remember the 1990, not 1990, the LA riots? I think it was around that time with Reginald Denny. Why the fuck do I still know his name? Anybody know why I still know his name?
He got munched.
Brother, he got a cinder blocker. The brother did he bop with the cinder blocker. Yeah. Reginald Denny is I think the devil truck driver who they beat up. He just got caught at the wrong, he didn't do shit. At least I don't think he did. He got caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. Brother, they pulled him out of the truck and stoned him and beat him with pipes. And then this brother came with a cinder block and do the giant walk. And pike that cinder block down on that devil head. And he ain't die. A stoning is rough. And you hearing the stones hitting your body. Boom. Pop, you ever hear somebody get knocked out and their head hit the ground? That's one of the most blood-curdling sounds you could hear. Because it's like, whatever he did, what he do? Why they do him like that? What he do? Yeah, he was drinking too much. He ain't listen to nobody. What he was drinking? Alcohol. Throw that shit away. He was like, what? You throw that bottle and you empty that shit out. What? Shit, I ain't drinking no more. It's to put the evil away from among you. That was the law before. And we saw all of that and still sin. Now, the law had to be in you. The law has to be in you. We have a saying in the truth. Boy, this was rough. Are you showing this?
No. You want me to? I can't just hit this button.
Oh, boy. Jeez, and angels.
You want me to?
I know we are better people. Like, I'm watching this and I'm feeling sorry for this devil here. And they just made it. This was all for the Rodney King thing. Go ahead. Pull it back to when they pull him out of the damn truck. I remember this devil name. And something happened to the truck, right? That's why he couldn't move. I don't think he could have drove off. Something happened there. Just be ready to stop, all right, please. Oh, yeah, right there. That stop, right there. You see that shit? Oh, that, brother. Oh, you know what? I think he came out and did some shit and went to the truck to try to get away. That's how they was able to pull him out. I may have misspoke. Don't show no more. But brother, stop right there. You see that shit out? Now imagine this was on the right-hand side where it's sanctioned by the government. This is not, just a wild crew. Did I lose power? Please no. God damn it. No, I'm good. Right? This is not just imagine this is the sanction. Everybody had to come out and stone you. And if you know anything about Israelite, just even in an alley fight, there's always 2 or 3 niggas who is not part of the fight, who look left, right, and come and sneak a lick in. You understand? But no, you're free to do it.
Wow.
You don't have to sneak a lick in. You show, what we gonna do today? Yeah, he had to get stoned. What he do? Yeah, drunk, he doing this, or yeah, child molested. Okay, cool. Shit, I've been working on my throat anyway. You got to come with your own bag of stones, whatever it is, and this is sanctioned and witnessed by everybody. They stoned him that he died. It didn't say how. It didn't say how much. He had to go. Now you see all of this. Now I remember this. I remember seeing this years ago. I'm like, I know that devil. They wish he was somewhere else. In that very moment, he wished he had paid attention in school, or went to football practice a little bit more, or something. He surely wished he wasn't in LA that day. Now imagine if this is government sanctioned. Somebody reading out the Bible and stone him that he may die, to put the evil away from among you, because the evil gonna stay among you and spread. So to put it away, this has to happen. Now the law is in your inward part. Now you doing that to yourself. You are killing the old man, so the new man could live. The law is in you now. You get the point? You're not in the truth. The truth is in you. You get the point? That's what that precept means. Truth is now in you. That's rougher. Do not press play, please. Go ahead. This after he spiked it, he walked off like he did a touchdown. He walked. Oh, so like, go ahead.
I was gonna say he did the dance after he threw it.
He did the brother. Because please, I don't need this thing up there. They're gonna ban the whole DC page. Don't even show it. Y'all could go look it up yourself. Post the link in the chat. People can look that shit up themselves. Just stop sharing. Because can want to pull the trigger and show you all the evil, and then we're gonna be short for about 2 months, right? So that's it. You get the point, Aisan? What's the other? I think I called for 2 precepts, didn't I? Come on, man. Y'all setting me up, man. I'm gonna look for it.
Romans 2 and 14.
Yes, please. Let me give Aisan that to read, all right?
Kind of. Romans 2 and 14. There was some other questions online after you started going to this, sir.
Okay. I could hear it. I mightn't be able to take them, though.
America is burning. Asked another one. Says, Slug, I don't know if I may. Can I get a general breakdown on Isaiah 25, 1-6? Then Marlo Pedro says, where in the Bible is a reference of Martin Luther King?
Go ahead and read. Go ahead.
Baraka Allah says, Salakia Saran, is there a precept that says when someone leaves the truth, that's more difficult to get them back?
I would not say when someone leaves the truth. I wouldn't say that part, because that's not true across the board. That's not true across the board at all. I would say if someone fights their demon, wins, and then lets the demon back in, that's probably the better way to put it, because keep his question up, that one. If you word it like that, this is the danger you could run into. If it's difficult for them to get back, you in here, you could say that. But if they hear that, they might not fight as hard to get the demon off of them like they need to. Because it's like, well, it's difficult to get through law school. It's difficult to become a doctor. That's why most people don't do it. So I wouldn't word it like that. All right. What is going to say?
Before we get off the topic of the inward parts, right? When in Matthew 1 and 18, where it says that 19, where it says that Joseph, being a just man, didn't public want to put her away. I mean, he's being a just man. He, instead of trying to put her away publicly, he took his wife, like the angel said. Him, when it says him being a just man, that being, in his inward parts, if he was a just man, I mean, he followed the law.
Right.
So if he was being a just man and he didn't sleep with Mary, he would have had to take her down as an adulteress, and she would have got stoned.
He would have had to stone her. He would have had to stone her, and that's what being just would have been. He would have had to take her to the elders and stone her. I may not have time for those questions, all right? So let me end it right there with that. I'll pass the class over to priest and officer Shapak. I could get the rest of them questions next week, or you could ask them tomorrow for scripture breakdown, all right?
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We at I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You'll find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'ishera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Friday, September the 11th, 2026. You'll find us in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. Also, as Cal was saying earlier, we are in cookout season. Next cookout we got is the Midwest Fire Weekend in Chicago, Illinois. That is from with January 30th through I said January, July 30th through August the 2nd. After that, we got the East Coast cookout coming up with Philly. I don't know the date on that one, but it's Philly this year for the East Coast. After that, we got the Vegas cookout. Then after that, it will be Dallas this year. That's it. That was the last of them, right, sir? I didn't miss one. Come on, sir. Come. So you want to add anything, sir?
Pay your tithes.
Pay your tithes. Most High Cray. Come, sir. Remind Aquakin to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black. Which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, a scarf. And with that, I say I might him, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel. Mount Shabbat. Mike. Baruch. Y'all give my time. Class dismissed. God give me time.
Oh, say, can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child? with sweat and their hands, but you'll die in this place, and your memory reigns. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land